Working with files, large files, small files, or even in person, and trying to send these files directly to somebody is usually hassle. You have to upload to a server like Google Drive or Dropbox or something, and then they have to download it. So you're wasting time uploading and then wasting time downloading. There are many times where you cannot send even a simple photo right to your friend. You have a Samsung, they have an iPhone, or you try to send a file to someone via WhatsApp or Telegram or something, and the quality gets compressed. So sending files over the internet is a big hassle. And especially a big hassle for me as somebody who does videography and photography, and I have to send big and large files, or even to my own devices. So today I'm going to show you 6 different applications that you can use for different purposes, and these are all to send files to each other. These are all free and open source softwares, and I have a simple decision tree here to help you determine which one you should use and for which purposes, because they all have their own unique benefits depending on what it is that you're trying to do. We're going to go over the whole decision tree, and then I'm going to show you all the individual applications. The one in colors are here the applications. We have Syncthing, OuiSync, LocalSend, Taildrop, Croc, and AltSendMe. So if you've already heard of all these and you already know about all these, then you're probably not going to learn nothing too new. But if you haven't heard of all of these different applications, then stick with me and let's figure it out. If we need to keep folders synced over time, then we need continuous sync. There are 2 applications for that: Syncthing and OuiSync. Do you need to have multiple people editing the same folder? OuiSync is available for that. It's collaborative. Syncthing is no, it's only on my own devices. I'm going to use it between my phone, my computer, maybe my laptop. I'm going to have one continuous folder synced over my LAN internet or over the internet. There's no central server. It works on Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, iOS. OuiSync is still maturing. It's on Android, Windows, and Linux, and iOS coming soon. Okay, you don't need to keep a folder synced over time. You only need to do like a one-time send like one time, one file, whatever, to a person. Is it on the same local network? Are you on the same Wi-Fi? Yes, then use LocalSend. Very easy. LAN only. There's auto discovery, QR code receive. It's available on every single application, Android, iOS, or desktop. It's the fastest option on a local network. Very easy. No, I need to send a single file or a couple files over the internet one time. Are you already on Tailscale on both devices? If yes, then use Taildrop. It's already built in and it's going to work. But you need to be signed in to Tailscale on your devices. For example, if you have Tailscale on your phone as well as on your computer, this will be a very easy way to send any files between each other direct. Well, if you're not logged in on Tailscale and you're sending this file to somebody else, do they want to install anything? If yes, do they want a command line interface or a graphical user interface? If they're okay with the CLI, there's croc. It's basically a code phrase, or you could do QR, and it's always via a relay. So that's how the data is transferred via relay. It's encrypted, and it's always auto direct on the same LAN, and it's been out for a long time. Do they want a GUI, something they could see and easy work with, something where they could put the input file or the receive file, like they want a graphical user interface? AltSendMe works. It's a direct peer-to-peer encrypted relay fallback. It's resumable, any size files or folders. And if the receiver doesn't want to install anything anyway, no, AltSendMe has a browser option. So now we're going to go in-depth into all these 6 different applications that you can use. Syncthing is something I currently use right now between my phone, my computer, my wife's phone, my Proxmox server, and even my editor's computer. I use to sync between us as well. I'm going to open up Syncthing here. Inside of Sync with my desktop, anything I put in here is going to go between my phone and my computer because I have it as this specific folder. This Sync with my desktop folder is located here. It has 10 gigabytes and it's synced with my S24. All you do is put a remote device and then you choose a folder on your desktop and you choose a folder on your phone. There is Syncthing fork on Android, and that's what you use to download. And on Android, you can have it running 24/7 or once every hour or however you want to set it. There is some rules that you could do. On iOS, it's a slightly more restrictive. They don't have as much background sync, but it works. And it also works between computers. If you're a developer or you have multiple computers, or if you even just want to make a backup of your files to another computer, you could do that with Syncthing, and it's continuous. You set it up once and you forget about it, it's going to work. If you want a full tutorial on how to set up Syncthing on your phone and to your desktop, I do have a video already. It's called AutoSync Blackmagic Phone Videos to PC with Syncthing, no SD card needed. In this video, I show you how to set up on Android and on your computer, full in-depth tutorial. You can watch that, the link will be in the description as well. The next thing is OuiSync. This one I'm not entirely too familiar with, but I was considering looking at it. OuiSync is secure, open source, peer-to-peer file sharing. You can share content with your audiences, quickly share files with a friend, securely store sensitive documents. OuiSync users are able to share files despite conditions of limited or no internet connectivity, when the centralized servers most apps rely upon may not be reachable. Android, Windows, Linux, and iOS in progress. You can self-host an OuiSync server, so it looks like OuiSync has a repository. It's a simple place where you could store and share your files and folders securely using OuiSync. You could think of it as a root folder or even a safe that will contain other folders or files that you want to share with your peers. Yeah, basically just a single folder. When you open the OuiSync app, you will onboard, you'll have a repository created, Initially, the screen will be empty, but as you begin creating repositories, you'll be here. You can create a repository, you can import a repository, you can add files and folders into that repository. It's a little different workflow than Syncthing. It's not just a specific folder on your device. It says when you delete a repository on your device, this deletion is not propagated to your peers' devices. They will still all have their repositories. Example use cases: a teacher creates an OuiSync repository, uploads the study material into it and shares it with their students in read-only mode. Then a small accident happens and the teacher's repository gets deleted. The teacher cannot share new study material with their students. Students are able to share links with their teacher, but only with read access. The teacher can import the repository and the data will sync with their student's repository. The teacher, having received the read access link from their student, also has only read access. In this situation, nobody has a right access to the repository. Everybody can read it, but nobody can edit it. OuiSync uses the peer-to-peer technology. You can have read-only, write-only, blind modes, different type of ways to share those repositories. It is still new and developing, but it is a continuous file sync other than Syncthing. So we've covered the continuous sync options. The next one is LocalSend if you're sending something over the local network. Let me show you that one. LocalSend is very nice. It is cross-platform open source. You can use it in the browser. This is new, to be honest. So it looks like now they have LocalSend in the browser, which looks like it works on Chrome. I am on Firefox right now. Or you can download it. You can download it on Windows as a portable installer. So portable means you don't even have to install it to your computer. It's just a folder. When you run it, everything will stay in that folder. And if you delete the folder, application is gone. On Mac, Linux, Android, and iOS, and you have QR codes to install them. How does the interface look? It's very simple. You get a receive in the send section, and you get a name with a number, and you'll be able to see this name and number on the LocalSend as a device, and you can drop a file and send it to them. It's very simple, very easy. So this is what it looks like. This is the portable version. Great Lemon number 14, number 163. I can send a file and you can see that there are no nearby devices. So I've now opened up my phone on LocalSend on the same network, and I could drop any file into here, select at least one file. Let's take a file. So I have a file right here. If I drop it, this is the file I want to send. What device do I want to send it to? My S24. If I click it, done. It's transferred all over the local thing. And it's done. It's on my phone. Very simple, very easy if you want to use LocalSend. If you want to send something over the internet, if you already have Tailscale, you can use Taildrop. I'm going to show you that as well. I have a photo right here. I can right click it and then I can do send with Tailscale. And you can see I have my S24 as well as my router. I have my router has Tailscale on it, but I can send this right to my phone, sending files to a S24, and it's done. And it's going to go right to my phone in the downloads folder, and it's done. And this will work over the local connection, over the internet as well. Tailscale is a VPN that allows you to connect to any of your devices anywhere you are, no matter what, and without any port forwarding. So it allows me to make a direct connection with my computer. It allows me to make a direct connection with my phone or my router or anything like that. It's very useful if you're running any kind of applications that are running on your computer and you want to have to open up ports. You want to be able to access them, such as the DNS server, such as an application. Maybe if you need to SSH into your computer or something like that, you could do that with Tailscale. Now, if you're sending to someone else, there's two more options. One of them I found was Croc, and Better Stack recently did a video about Croc, and that's why I looked into it. And there's also AltSendMe. Let's go ahead and look at Croc. Croc is a tool for transferring files and folders between computers. It is fast, secure, and easy to use. It works on any two computers, even if they're behind firewalls or NATs. It says file transferring should be as fast as possible. The time it takes to transfer the file is often spent time waiting. So they prefer relaying over uploading. They prefer key exchanges over passwords. There's no port forwarding needed. So Croc is supposedly fast, easy, and secure. It's a command line application. It's very simple. You can get it with curl, homebrew, scoop, chocolatey, or winget, or on Nix. You can get it on every single platform. It's cross-platform on computers. You can also, I found, get it on Android. On Android, they have Croc app, and CrocSend. I think this one is the most modern looking one here. What's important to know about Croc is that when you start a send, it's actually connecting to the relay via TCP and everything is encrypted, but then it's going to the receiver. So there's always going to be a relay. You can host your own relay, but the command looks a litll different rather than just croc send. If you want to use a relay, a specific one, such as one that you're hosting either on your own computer or a different computer or somewhere else, it could be anywhere, then you have to put relay and the domain and the port and then the file. And the receiver has to put croc receive with this relay and this port. So you have to tell them that as well if you want to use your own specific relays. Otherwise, it will use the public relay. So it's not end-to-end connection. So I just ran the command croc send with a QR code so I can use it from my phone, and it's using the default relay, and it gives you a code 422 remote epoxy reptile. So then you'd basically share this with your friend or whoever. You open up the Croc app. I can then use QR code, scan the QR code. I will go ahead and scan it. And as soon as I scan it, it says listening for the sender, waiting for the sender, and the files received. It is very fast. It works. And if you want to use the QR code too, that's fine. You just give them this code and it should work unless you have to specify a relay. It is direct to transfer. So that is Croc. If you're a techie, if you know how to work computers, very easy, works well. If you're okay with using relays, that's fine. There's another one called AltSendMe. This one is new. It is free and open source. It says it's the fastest, smoothest way to transfer files to anyone, anywhere. Think of it like AirDrop for any device, any network. They do have it as a download for Windows, Mac, Linux, Android. iOS is coming soon, but for people on iOS, they can open it in the browser. If you open in the browser, you have a simple interface, browse file or folder. Let's go ahead and get that photo here, drag and drop. I can hit start sharing. Once you start sharing, you're gonna get a ticket. This ticket, you give this ticket to them, they open it in the receive tab. Let's go ahead and just stop that. Open in the receive tab, you paste your ticket in there, that very long ticket. You hit download, it's going to make an end-to-end direct connection. There is no relay. There is another computer that is used as a public relay, but not to send the data over. It's just to get the direct connection started. Once you get the direct connection started, then you will be directly connected and you'll be sending based on your upload and their download. If you're not able to make a direct connection, it does use an encrypted relay to traffic it there. But Croc, similar to Croc, if you download the application for AltSendMe, you could do paired devices. That way you don't have to always copy back and forth the tickets. Meaning I'll have my device on my phone, I have my device on my computer, you pair them and you should always be able to send between each other. So this works in the browser, sending and receiving, encrypted end-to-end with relay fallback. So those are the 6 different applications. In summary, Syncthing or OuiSync for continuous sync, Syncthing for more something long-term between your own devices, OuiSync if you're doing collaborative work with other people, just go ahead and read the documentation for that. LocalSend if you need to send something on the same network very easily, very fast, you don't need to send it over the internet. If you're already using Tailscale, use Taildrop, it's already built in between your own devices. You just right click, you hit share, and you should be able to send to your device. No, I'm not sending between my own device, I'm sending to somebody else. You have 2 different options, either Croc or AltSendMe. These are very good. Croc is on the command line. So if you're both on computers, you know what you're doing, Croc will be easy to use. And so is AltSendMe. They're both fast and easy to use, but AltSendMe has a graphical user interface. You could use it directly in the browser. No need to install anything. I hope this video has brought you a lot of benefit and has eased some of your file sharing headaches. Please hit like and subscribe because I will be bringing more videos about more free and open source technologies, as well as photography and videography. This is my main job as I do videography and marketing for people here in my local area. And I also try to re-educate people on the things that I'm doing and the things that I'm using and how I'm using them. And as you could tell, with large file sizes and gigabytes, file sharing between clients, between me, between my own computers is definitely a big headache over the internet, especially because I'm not going to be paying for no Google Drive costs. $20, $50, $100, God knows how much money you're going to be spending on cloud services for slower upload speeds anyway, because you have to upload to the server, you have to wait for it to finish uploading, and then they have to download. So it takes even longer. This is all direct, and all the data stays on your own computer. Hit like and subscribe. Thank you again for watching, and let me know if there's any other applications that I may have missed that are better than some of these that I've mentioned. Or if you already use which ones, tell me which ones you've already been using.